Hey there. So, if you're sponsoring your family here in the UAE, you are in the right place. We're about to break down the mandatory process of family visa cancellation. Now, I know it sounds a bit formal, but it's an absolutely crucial step that, when you do it right, saves you from a world of headaches down the road. So, let's get into it.
So, imagine this. Your situation is changing. Maybe you've just landed an amazing new job, or perhaps your family is getting ready to leave the UAE. That immediately brings up a huge question, right? What happens to their residency visa? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out today.
All right, here's the game plan. We'll start with why you have to do this in the first place. Then we'll walk through the online process step by step, cover the costs and documents you'll need, talk about what happens after you cancel, and wrap up with some common mistakes you'll definitely want to avoid. Okay, first things first. Why can't you just pack up and let the visa run out on its own? It's simple, really, because in the UAE, this isn't just paperwork, it's a legal requirement. It's the official process that protects both you and your family from some pretty serious problems later on.
So, what are we really talking about here? When we say family visa cancellation, we mean the official, formal process of ending the residency status for anyone you sponsor. Your spouse, your kids, anyone under your name.
So, what kind of situations trigger this? Well, it could be that your family is leaving the UAE for good, or maybe your own visa status has changed because of a new job. It could even be that a family member is switching over to their own work visa. In any of these cases, that old dependent visa has to be officially canceled. And trust me on this, you don't want to ignore it. That's how you end up with daily overstay fines and some major legal hurdles. But here's the great news. You don't have to spend hours in a queue somewhere. The UAE has made this whole process digital, which means you can handle everything online. Let's see exactly how that works. Now, the very first thing you need to figure out is which website to use, and it all depends on where the visa was originally issued. It's actually really simple. For any visas issued in Dubai, you're going to use the GDRFA. For visas from Abu Dhabi or any of the other Emirates, you'll use the ICP. Getting this right is the most important first step, for sure. So for all you folks in Dubai, the process on the GDRFA portal is super straightforward. You just log in, and using UAE Pass makes this a breeze. Find the family visa cancellation service, upload your documents, pay the fee online, and boom, you're done. You'll get a confirmation sent right to your phone or email. It's as simple as that.
And if you're in Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, or any other emirate, don't worry. The process on the ICP portal is pretty much identical. You log in, you choose the service, just be sure to specify it's for a family member, upload your stuff, pay, and you can download that confirmation right away. The whole system is built to be quick and efficient.
Okay, here's a really important tip to save you from a common mistake. You've probably heard of Mohair, right? The Ministry of Human Resources? That portal is for things like labor contracts and work permits. It has nothing to do with family visas. For this, you absolutely have to stick with either the GDRFA or the ICP. Don't get them mixed up.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. To make sure your application goes through without a hitch, you're going to need the right documents and, of course, the right fee. Let's break down exactly what you should have ready.
So, the cost. It's actually quite reasonable, but it changes depending on one key thing, your family member's location. The fee is lower if they're still inside the UAE when you apply. If they've already left the country, it costs a little bit more. Just remember, these are ballpark figures, so you should always double-check the portal for the exact up-to-the-minute amount. And here's the checklist of documents you'll need to upload. Basically, you'll need copies of the sponsors and the family members' key IDs and visa pages. If you have all of these scanned and ready to go, the actual submission will probably take you just a few minutes. Oh, and a little pro tip, have your IBAN ready just in case you're due any kind of refund.
So you've submitted the application, you've paid the fee, what now? Well, this next part is all about two things: understanding the grace period and making sure you confirm that the cancellation is officially complete.
The second that visa is canceled, a 30-day clock starts ticking. This is the grace period. During these 30 days, your family member can either leave the country or get their new visa sorted without facing any fines. Just keep in mind, that 30-day window is a very firm deadline.
And please don't just assume the cancellation went through. You can, and you absolutely should, check it online. Just head back to the same website you used before, GDRFA for Dubai, ICP for the others, and use your application or passport number to look up the status. This gives you that official confirmation and, more importantly, peace of mind.
We're nearly there, and this last section is so important.
Let's quickly go over the most common mistakes people make so you can make sure your process is smooth and totally problem-free.
Okay, lean in for this one, because these are the simple little errors that cause the biggest headaches.
The number one mistake is thinking the visa just vanishes when your family leaves the country. It doesn't. You have to actively cancel it. We've already talked about the Mohare mix-up, and remember, going even one day over that 30-day grace period means daily fines. And finally, not checking for that official confirmation means the file is technically still open. You just need to avoid these 4 things and you'll be golden.
So when you boil it all down, what's the main takeaway here? It's really simple. Family visa cancellation is a pretty easy online process, but it is absolutely critically important to get it right.
Honestly, getting this right is what protects you from fines, it stops any potential travel problems, and it makes sure there are no little red flags on your record that could mess up future visa applications. It's all about making sure you have a clean slate. You know, life in the UAE is always changing, always moving. By handling this one administrative step the right way, you're making sure this next transition is a smooth and positive one for your entire family. The process is clear, the steps are laid out, so the only real question left is, are you ready to make it happen? Thanks for tuning in.